Good day everyone. For today, I will discuss about quality differentiated instruction under letter B, learning resources and instructional accommodation of Unit 4, assessment, learning resources and instructional input accommodation. Before we will start our topic, let us first have the objectives. At the end of the lesson, the students will be able to define the differentiated instruction, S. Identify the 4 ways to differentiate instruction, and A. Perform a role play that shows the importance of differentiated instructions in teaching. What is differentiated instruction? Differentiated instruction is a teaching approach that tailors instruction to all students' learning needs and let the students show what they know in different ways. So, differentiated instruction is teaching the same material to all students utilizing the different strategies. It can help students no matter how they learn or what they know. At its most basic level, differentiation consists of efforts of a teacher to respond to variance among learners in the classroom. When a teacher reaches out to a small group of students to vary her teaching in order to create the best learning experience possible, that is what you call differentiated teaching. Each student learn differently, but they all need to learn something. That is why differentiated instruction entered the picture. The teacher vary his or her teaching in order for us students to have the best learning experience. Now, let's move on to this picture. The picture shows a short definition of differentiated instruction and its aims. Some of the aims are to improve the learning outcomes, inspire the love of learning, increase self-awareness, increase engagement, and helps the students to learn efficiently. Teachers who practice differentiation in the classroom may design lessons based on the students' learning styles, group the students by shared interest, topic, or ability for assignments, assess the students using a formative assessment, manage the classroom to create a formative assessment, and continually assess and adjust the content to meet the students' needs. So, there are 4 ways to differentiate instruction according to Carol Tomlinson. So, the first one is the content. What the student needs to learn or how the students will get access to the information. So, with regards to a topic to be discussed, some students may be familiar about it while some are not. Thus, differentiating content can be made through different activities for a group of students. Now, let's move on to the second element, which is the process. The activities in which a student engages in order to master the content. So each student have their own preferred learning styles. And successful differentiation includes in delivering the material to each style. It may be through visual, auditory, kinesthetic, or in words. This process-related method addresses the fact that not all students need the support of teachers. The students could choose to work individually, in pairs, or by group. So the third element is the products, culminating projects to ask the students to rehearse, apply, extend what he or she has learned in a unit. So these products are what the students create at the end of the lesson, which demonstrates their full understanding of the topic. It could be in the form of a test or projects. This element is the learning environment, the way the classroom works and feels. So a flexible classroom is needed where various types of arrangements are done to support individual and group learning. The teachers should use classroom management techniques so that the students can feel a safe and supportive environment where their individual differences are being respected. I have here examples of differentiating content, process, product, and learning environment. So, examples of differentiating content: match vocabulary words definitions, read a passage of text and answer related questions, and think of a situation that happened to a character in the story and a different outcome. Examples of differentiating process. The first one is provide textbooks for visual and word learners. The second one, allow auditory learners to listen to audiobooks. And the last one, give kinesthetic learners the opportunity to complete an interactive assignment online to the Facebook. So, examples of differentiating product. Read and let learners write a book report. The second one, visual learners create a graphic organizer of the story. And the last one, auditory learners give an oral report. Let's move on to the examples of differentiating learning environment. Break some students to reading groups to discuss the assignment, allow students to read individually if preferred, and create quiet spaces where there are no distractions. Another picture which shows why differentiated instruction should be utilized in the classroom for the reasons of the differences of the learners in terms of backgrounds, interests, language abilities, needs, and others. For differentiated instruction gives the students choice and flexibility in how they learn and help teachers personalize learning. This method also requires instructional clarity and clearly defined goals for learning, which enables students to meet those goals. And now, let's discuss the pros and cons of differentiated instruction. The first pros is that research suggests that differentiated instruction can be effective both for students who are academic achievers as well as those with learning challenges or even significant disabilities. The second one, when offered more options on how they can learn the material, students become more motivated and engaged, taking on more responsibility for their own learning. The last one, when students are more engaged in learning, there are typically fewer classroom disciplinary problems. Let's go to the cons. The first one is that many educators believe that making differentiated instruction truly worthwhile requires significant additional work devoted to lesson planning. The second one, true differentiated instruction comes naturally to some educators. When practiced school-wide, there can be a significant learning curve and there are often insufficient professional development resources. And the last one, critics contend that there isn't enough research to justify the additional resources required to support the benefits of differentiated instruction.